Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 5:57 p.m. on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is 77 degrees outside. I bit the side of my mouth sometime in my sleep, and it's like swollen inside my mouth. And I woke up to like horrible allergies today. I don't know if it's from like being outside last night or whatever, but I mean, I get bad allergies anyway, so I feel better now. I took my allergy medicine kind of like late when I got up. I got up and then I like took it like later. So anyway, got up today, slept in. I stayed up last night and watched 2 episodes of Grace and Frankie. I didn't want to go to bed too late last night, but I ended up kind of staying up late and just looking at stuff online and just being, you know, just wasting time. And then I went and got coffee. I did the live stream with Mel for True Crime Book Club. Had a great time. It was fun. And now I am on my way to this photo shoot. I went to Target and I got like a beige sweater because they all went out to lunch before. And so Alex's mom like sent a picture to us of like them out to lunch. And like 3 people have yellow sweaters on and the rest have like beige. And so I went to Target and I bought, what do you call it? I bought, like a beige, I think this is where I turn. Yeah, I've got my directions in here. I got a beige like zip up sweater that I'm gonna wear. I also bought, they have a bunch of really nice Goodfellow brand masks at Target. So I bought like 3 packs of them. They come in 2 and they're not expensive. And then I bought, we don't really have any hand sanitizer at home other than like what we have that we use, you know? So I bought, they like when you walk into Target, they have like tons of hand sanitizer. And, you know, not knowing what's gonna happen in the upcoming months, I bought like a big jar of hand sanitizer. And then I bought like 3 like medium-sized jars like this big, you know, that could be like refills for smaller ones. And then I bought like 6 little ones. So I just was, and look, the guy at the counter was kind of like looking at me and I was like, well, I said, I don't want to like get in a position where there's like no, you know, hand sanitizer that you can buy again. And he goes, oh no, he goes like, you're getting it before the rush. I was like, yeah, I mean, there's like tons, there's like a surplus of it here now, you know? So I don't want to get in a position where, we were in the book club and Melody, who's in the UK, was saying that they were getting ready to head towards back into being in probably a lockdown. And I was like, if that's the case, then I want to make sure, I don't want to go and, I don't want to do this whole like rush deal again, you know, like how I did before. And you know, like people, I think like get really worried when they hear that, and so it's like that's when like there's this very much this supply and demand kind of thing going on. So got the hand sanitizer covered. I think I'm gonna go to Costco sometime this week and just get a thing of toilet paper to keep in the basement. We're still like have toilet paper from like last late winter, early spring that we bought then. We're like down to like our last bit of it. So I think I'm just gonna get like a thing of toilet paper and paper towels and keep them in the basement. It'd be kind of nice just to have down there anyway, you know, just in case we ever like need some. But yeah, like we never really, where am I going? Oh shoot, I was supposed to turn in there. We never really like stockpiled anything, so. I don't know if I can turn here. I'm assuming that I can. It's weird that I was supposed to turn there. It's not telling me to get, okay. And I'm drinking a mango LaCroix. I already had my coffee for the day. I already drank my coffee for the day. So yeah, that's kind of what I've done so far today. I slept so good, like when I was getting up. Well, first of all, my feet, if you've watched my vlog for a while, you know how this is. I literally wear Birkenstock sandals like 10 months out of the year. And so I'm not used to wearing shoes a lot, you know? And the shoes that I wore last night, I didn't want to wear socks with because they just like the suit pants looked better without like they're having socks. So I don't wear socks with like these dress shoes that I have. So anyway, I literally have like blisters today, but they're almost kind of like cuts in my foot, like around, and they hurt really bad. But I woke up today and I was like so comfortable in bed. I looked at Alex, he was sitting there playing his game, and I said, we have the most comfortable bed in the entire world. So in case you want to know, our bed is a Helix bed that we actually did an unboxing video for years ago. It was like a sponsored video that I did. They like sent us the mattress, and then like, I don't know, I can't remember how much they paid me. It was like 150 bucks to do this unboxing. And I was like, sure, absolutely, you know? And I didn't really know what to think about those unboxing, or those like, you know, mattress in a box. They are so comfortable, you guys. And I don't think it's just that brand. Like, I mean, obviously I don't have any code or anything with them, but I think I might have had a code then for like a 10% discount, but it wasn't like, it wasn't an affiliate code. I didn't get any money off of it. But like, I totally swear by those like mattresses in a box. One of our friends just got, oh no, it was our friend that we went to the wedding with yesterday. He and his girlfriend, they just got, I always say wife because they've been together forever and have kids, but he was telling us that they just got a mattress in a box. And I said, which one did you get? And I think he said Amazon. Like, is there an Amazon brand of one? There must be. Tanya and I drive out here sometimes. There's like a little cute farmer's market around here somewhere. So I had a candle burning during the live stream, like right next to the computer. It's this little jar candle. And I think I blew it out, but I'm not sure. And so as soon as this is done, I'm gonna have to drive the half an hour home again to see if it's blown out, to turn around and drive the half an hour back. I'm like, seriously, Peter, could you have maybe planned a little bit better today? I usually always check that stuff. I'm so weird about it. And then I was like, I put up my vlog from yesterday, so I was sitting on the computer, and you would think that like I would see it if it was burned. Like, I'm like, you guys, I'm so weird. I check all that stuff like before I leave, but I didn't. I used to. I was gonna tell a little story I shouldn't tell on here about this neighborhood over here. I always tell stories, and then I'm like, that's when I have to like stop the camera, because I tell stories about people that are probably like, they don't want to be, you know, like have their stories known. That's why I only have so many stories that I can tell, you know. We got new neighbors across the street, and I didn't, like, I wasn't, at first, because they were like there every day, because they had hired construction workers to like, or not construction workers, but like a contractor to redo like their whole neighborhood, or their whole condo. This condo must look amazing inside, I don't know. But at first when they kind of like started coming around, I was like, I don't like know that they're gonna be like super friendly, but they are so friendly now. Of course, I've tried to be as friendly as I possibly can. There's this woman on her bike right here. Oh, she's got like a little, what do you call it, basket on the front. It's so cool. So Alex went, well, he went like an hour and a half early because they went to have lunch, and so he met them at the end of lunch. And then he went and did, his cousin Nina, like, she wanted to take pictures with this photographer for an hour before. I think she hired him for an hour before. So Alex went and he took pictures with her. So that's why he's there ahead of me. Do I go straight? I'm in Noblesville, and I get so confused where I'm at. We're going to Morse Lake Park. So we're taking pictures in a different park today. It's really pretty, actually. Alex's mom and his ex-stepdad got married out here. Well, did they get married out here? Yeah, they got married out here, and they had their reception, and it was so pretty. And it was in the fall, because we got married in August, and then they got married in September, like a month later. It was like the end of September, and it was all like fall flowers and stuff. It was the same year. We ran into Alex's ex-stepsister in Las Vegas with her boyfriend / I think it's a fiance now, but I'm not sure. This is so confusing where I'm going. It's telling me to turn left, I think right here. Oh, this took me a really weird way. I didn't have to go this way. I think fall is definitely here. I was looking at the weather, and this week we have like 2 days that are going to be like, I think tomorrow's like the upper 70s and like full sunshine, like tomorrow and Tuesday. And then there's like one day that's in the 80s, and the rest of the days are like in the upper 60s, which I don't mind. I'm ready for all of that. I'm ready for. I wasn't, but like, okay, this is kind of how I feel about it, I guess. Okay, so this is so funny. So I vlog down this road at night, like when it's super dark. But if it's not gonna be like 85, 80, like during the day and being able to lay out by the pool and the pool's closed, then sure, I'm ready for it kind of to be colder. I'm kind of surprised nobody's texted me and been like, where are you at? Because I'm 10 minutes late. It says I'll be there in 3 minutes. Dentine Arctic Chill. I love this stuff. I don't think I've been out here to this to Morse Lake since Connie goes out here and goes boating sometimes on her boat. Sometimes they take their boat out here, but I don't think I have gone. I've been out here since the wedding, actually. God, that seems like that was like yesterday, but that was 2011, the year that we got married. Fufu was still in high school. Seems so crazy. I'm excited to see him and Nina. I haven't seen Fufu since last September. And Nina, well, it would have been the last time that she came into town. She comes into town a little bit more often. She lives in San Francisco. This will be interesting because like Alex like tagged where he was and sent it to me, like in the park. It'll be interesting if this takes me up Morse Park and Beach. It'll be interesting to see if this takes me right to where I'm supposed to go. I wish my mom and I had done some photo things like this, like in retrospect, I have a lot of pictures of like with my dad when I was growing up that are like just like us talking. Like my stepmom would take pictures, you know, like if we were just like sitting somewhere talking or in a restaurant or whatever, or like, you know, out by like the pool or the lake or whatever, or on the boat. But I don't like, and with like I have pictures like that with my stepmom too, and pictures of the two of them together. But I don't have a lot of pictures of like my mom and I like that, like just in the middle of a conversation. I have a few, but I don't have tons. Here we are. Which way am I going? I'm gonna go the wrong way, watch. I went the wrong way. Road. Oh, it says he's right up here. Like I'm literally like right where he's supposed to be. They were right here when he tagged it. Okay, there's a parking lot. You'd think I'd see him. There's a parking lot. Keep right. The lake is so pretty. Here, look. Oh, there's some people out here. This is going to be interesting to be doing a photo shoot in front of these people. I don't enjoy all that. Is that Alex's uncle? No. I don't think they're right here. Alex's car. I don't see his car. There was like this group text, all of us, and Alex's uncle kept on saying, "Where are you?" And Alex was like, "In the park." And he's like, "Where in the park?" And he's like, "In the park." And it's like here now. This is totally, I feel you. I'm like, "Where are you in the park?" Like, I don't see anybody in the park. I honestly thought there would not be one person here today, and it's like... I'm gonna have him tag himself again. Is it seriously, is it playing my... It better not be playing my book. Oh, look. Here. Where are you going?
Hey, I'm gonna park.
Did you guys start already?
No, we didn't get here.
Okay. Nina! Hi, how are you? Okay. Did you hear that sound? That's why I don't have children. Screaming. No need for that. Of course there's no place to park. Well, I'm gonna park right behind Alex. It makes sense, doesn't it? Alright, you guys, I will be back in just a little bit. Bye. Okay, I'm back. So this is the shirt that I ended up wearing. It looks like it's white, but it's not. It's like a beige kind of cream color. But Alex's Uncle Ed was like, that's the shirt I like the most. It was like, help me. Alex was like, just pick something. And then I was like, Ed, you need to help me. We had so much fun. It was so much fun out there taking the pictures and So, Alex's cousin Nia, well, you heard me, Nia, point your toes, Nia, from Dance Moms. She was there, and she and Alex had done the photo shoot before, and so we just did like a lot of posed pictures, but it was nice, and then Fufu was there with his girlfriend Jessie, my brother-in-law Fufu, but she is spending the day with like one of her best friends here in town, so she was only there for part of it and then she left, but they're staying for the whole week, and then they're going to stay with her family until next week before they go back to San Diego. So he has to work from like home next week, but so it was fun. It was just really fun, you know, and the kids were out there with Liliana and Carlos, and it was a really good time. It was really nice. And so we've got, I'm looking at this thing, it's telling me where to go. I don't really understand. 2 photo shoots down now, and I don't think any more to go. The photographer is this guy that Alex knows, and he is so fantastic and so nice. He's like so patient. I'm like trying to talk around where I bit my mouth and it hurts so bad. He is like so patient with our family. And he was kind of like, you know, because I mean, we have like 8 people out there, and he's like telling us all, you know, where to go and stuff. But it was such a blast. I love my family so much. I have the best in-laws in the entire world. Do you ever like know, like, I know where I'm at, but I don't know where I'm at? That's how I feel right now. I know where I'm at, but I kind of know where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's like I do, but I don't. The sun is so pretty. It's 72 degrees now. It's like perfect. 7:24. So I'm gonna run home. They're still like getting their, like putting stuff in their cars and stuff. Not everybody, I guess it's just, well, Alex's aunt and uncle, it's Tia and his uncle Ed, and then his grandma are going back to their house. Everybody else is going over to Alex's brother's house, and so I'm gonna go home and check this candle, and then I'm gonna go there. I think I might stop at Kroger on the way, because they were like, I guess Alex and Nina didn't really eat anything. Well, Alex didn't eat, and he's hungry. So he wants something, but they'll probably make something back there. So I think I'm gonna get some hummus. Nina's vegan, so I might get a couple different kinds of hummus. And maybe, I don't know what she can eat that with. Maybe I'll get some vegetables and she can have, so I'll get some stuff. I'll stop at Kroger on the way. I think like even, you know, fun, like Alex and I, a couple times when we first started dating, we would just like the 2 of us go out and do like a photo shoot for the day. It's fun. I like that, you know. There were a lot of people in the park that were like, there was like another like professional like photo shoot, kind of professional. We're almost professionals, but you know what I mean, like where they had hired a photographer. There was another one, and then these jeans I got, these Levi's that have like holes in the knees, they are so comfy. I didn't think they were at first, but they're so comfy now. I kind of like this outfit a little bit. I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna keep this sweatshirt from Target, but I'm totally gonna keep it. I've been listening to our September book for the book club, which is called The Perfect Father, about the Chris Watts case in Colorado. I didn't really like it at first. Well, it's interesting because the author, he paints a rather kind of like negative picture of the wife, whose name I thought was Shannon Watts, but apparently, and so I thought like the narrator was like mispronouncing her name. So it took place in Colorado, but there's like a British actor that's narrating the book, and he calls her Shanann, and I thought like he was mispronouncing her name, but her name really is Shanann. It's like Shanann, Shanann. But it's interesting because a lot of it is about, and I'm sure this is going to play in, I don't know a lot about the case whatsoever, but I think that this is going to play a lot into, oh, that's cute in there, a little area. What's, a little park in there that you can like, and here's the Monn trail. I'm always up here at night, so I never see it during the day. Do you guys want to see the cornfields in Indiana? Here we go, cornfields. How high they are. Isn't it pretty? The corn is as high as an elephant's eye. I feel so calm and serene today. First of all, I will say, I really, really miss making videos. I didn't make videos on my other channels yesterday or today. I just was like, I'm pressed for time. I'm not gonna stress out about it. I'm gonna enjoy, like yesterday, like getting ready for the wedding. Today I was like, I'm gonna enjoy like going and hanging out with my family. I don't get to see them very often, you know, the ones that are in town, and doing the photo shoot. So I was like, I'm gonna enjoy that and do that. Like I'm not gonna stress out about, you know, getting this stuff done. And I'll just, like, you know, on Monday, I'll just go back to, you know, starting to post videos again. So, but like when I was getting ready, I was like, I really miss that I didn't get to make videos today. But at the same time, like I'm always just like this, like boom, 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 get all this stuff done. And I feel like super relaxed right now. Well, I did do the book club today. I'm always like, I always feel like in my head, like, oh, I didn't do a lot, but it's like, I did the book club. You know, like, I went and did a photo shoot. I got my vlog up. I'm vlogging already. It's like, Peter, you did quite a few things today. You know, there's a lot of people that don't really do anything on a Sunday, so. The book club was so much fun today. Melody came in and guested, and Nikki guested. Mel was obviously there. And then Taylor, Karen, and Misha. Okay, who was first? It was Nikki. God, who was the other person? Why can't I think? It was Nikki and Melody. No. Nikki and Melody were the first two. And then Taylor and Karen. And then Misha came in. Do you ever like, there's like, it's so funny, like the people that guest, because I'm like that's a good way for me to like really interact with people and see like what like people that watch my videos are like in real life. And like, Karen reminds me so much of one of my friends. Like, Karen reminds me a lot of my friend Sarah that started True Crime Kitchen. And then somebody was asking me the other day, I think it was Mel, what happened to True Crime Kitchen? And I'm like, I don't know. So I got to get her back on doing True Crime Kitchen because I miss it. But anyway, but Sarah and Karen remind me a lot of each other. And like, it's each person I would like be such good friends with, like in real life. Like they really truly would, like all of them be like good Judies of mine. And it's like, I don't know why, but like Nikki, even though she's only guested a couple times, she totally reminds me of Tanya Jean. I don't know why, it just cracks me up. I think it's part of like, when we do these like Zoom, like literature reading things that we do, we're getting ready to start a workshop, but because our literature reading, you know, ended. But like Tanya always like, she's always like just like this part up, and Nikki today, and it was cracking me up because it was reminding me so much of Tanya Jean. But anyway, I guess I don't need these sunglasses. I feel like I'm dressed for winter, but this is actually very like lightweight. And look inside here, it's kind of like this like chinchilla or whatever. Chinchilla's an animal. Chinchilla, you know, fleece. It's like fleece, right? Isn't this so cute? Like I think it's so cute. Just for like a dinner out, you know, just a dinner out or something like that. She walked down here and then she just turned around and said, I'm going back the other way. So yeah, I'm like super calm and serene today. But I just love Sundays too, you know, like today kind of reminds me of like a Sunday that like with my mom that I would have had. Oh, I'm done with directions. It took me another way. I'm like, no, I'm not going that way. I know where I'm going, and that's not the way. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna let the pups out real quick. And then I'm gonna see if the candle's out, obviously, first. Alex goes, are you gonna be so mad if you get home and the candle's out? I go, I know the candle's out. I said, I know 100% probably that the candle is out. But if I don't check, it'll stress me out. So, it is what it is. My nails have been growing fast. I had to trim them last week, and now they could like be trimmed again. I'm kind of thirsty for something other than this LaCroix, but I don't know what I'm thirsty for. Some kind of soda, but not like a Diet Coke, although a Diet Coke does sound good. But you know what, this is going to sound weird. I'm kind of like craving like one of those like a cream soda, but the one that comes in like the glass bottle. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know why that sounds good to me right now. That or like, you guys, I literally never ever like think orange pop sounds good. And for some reason right now, orange pop sounds really good to me. I got in this car because I sprayed that Creed right before I started, or I got out to do the photo shoot. And I got in the car and the whole car smelled like Creed. I was like, oh my god, this is so fantastic. On my way back, I will get some kind of pop. The gas station's real busy. It's funny, I got gas for $1.89 yesterday, and it's $1.97 there. It's more expensive up here. It's interesting. Oh my lord. I wonder what I should get for everybody, because maybe some salsa and guac and stuff, because everybody will just kind of like sit around probably, and just like talk and stuff. I'm getting a little tired. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's 7:30. I mean, I've been up for a while, I guess. Look at these cornfields over here. Miles and miles. This is truly what Indiana looks like right there. Indiana in the fall. And those trees behind there will start changing very, very soon. And become gold and red and orange. So pretty. I'm kind of out of my reading slump, I think. Now that I'm back on, I think like being behind on the true crime books was kind of, I have the sunroof open, so I know it's real loud. I'm sorry, you guys. But I think like being behind on the true crime books kind of put me in a reading slump. And now that I am like caught up on the true crime books, because I don't know how far I am, but I think I have like, well, the Chris Watts book is short. It's like 7 hours and 47 minutes, and I'm already like an hour and 45 minutes into it. So I think I have like 6 hours left or something, and I'm listening to it at 2x speed, which is like 3 hours I have to listen to it. I might even be past that part, I don't know. So like, and I like it. It's entertaining to, it's not entertaining, but it's like, the story is fascinating to listen to. Ooh, it smells like, well, we're coming up on Conner Prairie over here, but it smells like a bonfire and baked beans outside. I do not like baked beans. Do you guys like baked beans? I'm not a baked bean fan. neighborhood is like, I think it's called like Harrison Point or something, but it has like HP on like the sign when you like drive in there. There's a big sign. And I always think it's like Harry Potter. I mean, not always, but a couple times I've been like, is that Harry Potter? There's Connor Prairie. Do they have anything going on? I don't even know if they're like Explore Saturdays. There's a couple cars there. I'm gonna pay to drive through this year to see the Christmas lights. Definitely. That's the from Rear Window. If you've seen Rear Window, oh my god, I love that movie. If you've never seen Rear Window, will you please do me a favor and watch Rear Window? But you have to watch it at night. It's such a great movie. There's like this part in the movie where it's like thunderstorming outside and he like wakes up. Do you guys know what it's about? It's with Jimmy Stewart, and he's a photographer and he hurt his leg like on like one of his shoots. He was doing like a race car thing or something. I think he hurt his leg. And so he's in like a full body, like he's in one leg is like a full cast. And so he has Thelma Ritter that comes and like takes, I've talked about Rear Window so many times in this, but I'm gonna talk about it again because I love it. And it reminds me of my mom so much because we used to watch it together. I remember the first time that we watched it, and there's a part in it when he, like Thelma Ritter, who was this character actress back in the day. She was like in Miracle 34th Street. She was in a couple Alfred Hitchcock movies. She was fantastic. But she plays like this like nurse slash like housekeeper that comes and like helps him. And Grace Kelly plays this like his girlfriend in it that he can't decide whether or not he wants to be serious with, right? But it's Grace Kelly. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, right? And so he sits in the window and he watches his neighbors through like his camera lens. And like there's this, like the one night when like the murder happens, which I'm not going to tell you how it happens, but he like goes in and out of falling asleep. Like he wakes up and he goes to sleep and it's like raining at one point and then it's like stopped raining. And he like starts eating this sandwich. She made him like this sandwich, and so he starts eating the sandwich. And I can remember my mom, I think he starts eating, but anyway, he starts eating the sandwich at one point. And my mom, when we were watching it, it was like real late at night. We had like the windows open. It was in the summer, you know. And she was like, let's go downstairs and make sandwiches. So we went downstairs and we got like glasses of milk. We made peanut butter sandwiches. Because I've always liked peanut butter sandwiches without jelly. But and sometimes I do like peanut butter and jellies, but not all of them. But not always. Like right now I could eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I love peanut butter and honey sandwiches. But anyway, so we went down to the kitchen and we made peanut butter sandwiches and glasses of milk, and then we ate, and we ate that with apples, and my mom would put salt on her apple. I love that. So good. I wonder what they're eating. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't texted me and been like, well, we're going to eat this, or stopped and got that. They're probably just going to cook something back at the house. It is such a pretty evening outside. I have my doctor's appointment on Tuesday. I'm ready to go. My leg was hurting today. I was talking to Mel last night. She and I talked for a long time, and I was telling her, well, I talked to her before I vlogged last night, that I think like part of my being tired a lot recently, you know, like my dad said to me on the phone, he was like, Peter, he's like, you know, you're like, have like an injury, and he was like, and you're pushing yourself pretty hard, like you're gonna be tired. Like, I'll like stand up and like move around and film videos and do stuff, and then all of a sudden I like realize like I gotta sit down and like catch my, you know, not catch my breath, but catch my energy. Like I'm just kind of like exhausted all of a sudden. And then I get up and I do this and I do that and I do this, and then like at night my leg is like hurting me, and I think like it's really causing me to sleep a lot right now. I really do. I'm just ready to have a plan in place, so I'm excited to go in on Tuesday to hear what he has to say. I have the disc ready for him and my blood results for him to look at all of that. Well, I don't know if he can, he'll have to get on my chart thing and see if he can look at the blood results. But she said, when I asked her if she needed the blood results, she said no. And then after Tuesday, I'm assuming he'll recommend physical therapy. Although Alex did that shot in his back, so he may recommend that. Which I'm not excited about that, but if it takes away the pain, then okay. But I'm assuming that he'll recommend physical therapy first, and then, which is fine. I'm ready to start that. And then after I have my appointment with him, I'm also hoping that they'll recommend, because she said that they probably would, a family doctor, and if not, then my sponsor has somebody that she recommended. I forgot to text my sponsor back. I just remember that my sponsor texted me about setting up that appointment. I forgot to text her back. I might trim my nails before I go back over there. This nail is like long. But other than that, then this week I'm going to be very, like, busy getting things together and not getting things together. I don't even know what that means. Busy, like, well, I want to clean out my closet. I want to make my closet ready for fall and winter. That's the first thing I want to do. I got a bunch of bags of stuff that I bought, and I'm like slowly putting it in the closet, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to clean the kitchen, and of course, every day make videos, you know. I love my life. I mean, I have just such an amazing life. I feel very blessed to have the people that I have in my life, you know. I wish I would show you guys this thing, but you'd be like, ew. It's like literally like right here. It's like huge. Sometimes I get that, like if my allergies are bad. It's not a tooth thing though. My teeth don't feel completely fine. Nothing hurts in my tooth. That's what it was like. Do you remember where, like, if you watched my vlog for a long time, when I had that like tooth thing, you know, like when I had to go in for that emergency, not emergency, but I had to go for that serious like quadrant cleaning thing, which was like, oh my god, it was bad. Like that's what happened. Like it was like swelling up like that. But this is it's going down, and it's not like that bad. It's just driving me crazy because it like stands like in front of, or it's like in front of my tooth, so I want to like bite into it, which I don't want to do that, you know. MCL catering. I have not been to MCL cafeteria in forever, and I used to love it. Oh, my husband just called. I was like looking to see if he texted me, and he was like calling me, so I'll be right back. I'll be back in a little while. I'm back. I stopped at the gas station and I got an orange soda, which is so good, you guys. Like, why have I not been drinking orange soda? Orange soda. I'm trying to talk around this like thing in my mouth. Why have I not been drinking orange soda all my life? I never really liked it before, but it's good. It's Fago Orange Pop. I don't know why that cracks me up, but it does. Alex was like, I was like, do you want anything? He's like, no, can you just bring me the case of Truly's that's on the counter? So I have that for him. And then Nina is making a vegan food, and I'm gonna stop at Kroger and get some hummus and stuff. He said on the phone, he was like, what do you want? I was like, I don't care. He's like, you decide. He was like, pizza? And I was like, yeah, fine. He goes, cheese pizza? I was like, cheese pizza is fine. But then I guess she decided to cook, so I'm just gonna get some little nibbly kind of things, like they used to say in Absolutely Fabulous. I took the dogs out. There was this like guy parked in front of our house, I knew he wasn't like from my neighbor Laura, so I was like, I didn't know if it was like the neighbor across the street, if he was like from them. I don't know who this guy was. He was like an older guy, but he was sitting in one of these cars, you know, that's like, it kind of freaked me out, honestly. He was just like sitting there, and I could tell he'd been sitting there for a while because you could see like underneath the car where like the air conditioning had been running. It was like on the ground, you know, because I'm a detective and I have a true crime book club, and so I look for those things, right? But no, like I saw it underneath there, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. He's been like sitting there for a while. The car was running, and I kind of looked at him, and he looked over at me, and he just, I was like, if this is a census worker, I swear, if they've sent out a different census worker, I'm going to be so over it. I'm not in the mood tonight. So anyway, I took the dogs out, and then when I came back inside the house, he was gone. Boo Radley, of course, like ran forever and a day after this woman. He hadn't done it in a couple days. I was kind of like hoping maybe he had gotten it out of his system. But I mean, I literally walked all the way down with them, like in the yard, and watched every move they were making, you know? And then like, as soon as I said, okay, let's go get treats, they started barking. They saw this woman walking down the street. I don't even think Boo would have seen it if it wasn't for Tucker. And then Tucker started going, oh, they're howlers, you know? They're howlers, you know? I just remember this book I read as a kid. I should read it again. I don't remember if I ever finished it, but it was called the Holiday Inn, and it was about these dogs that lived in this like hotel or something. I should read that again. But anyway, I think I have it in the basement, so I'm sure I have it in the basement. But anyway, I think it was by the writer of Bunicula. Do you guys remember that vampire bunny? It was like a cartoon. It was like an after TV or after school special. God, do you guys remember after school specials? I used to love to watch those. Like those movies that were like an hour long and they were based on like a book, like The Great Gilly Hopkins or Bridge to Terabithia. I remember years and years and years ago, I read these books. I think the first one's called The Homecoming. And there's like 6 books in the series. I ended up I got online and bought it again like a year or 2 ago. Or I found it at Half Price Books or something, I don't know. But I think the main character's name is Dilly, which is what made me think of that with like Gilly Hopkins. I think Gilly Hopkins, she was like in foster care or something too, I can't remember. But anyway, but it's about these kids whose like mom left them or something. Or she died, or I don't remember what happened, but they were like living in this car. I think they were like in a parking lot and they were waiting for her to come back and she never came back. And so they just ended up like being on their own, and they like went and lived with this woman on a farm or something. I don't really remember it, but I do remember that I loved this book. And I read it like as an adult. I didn't read it like when I was younger. But I remember really, really liking it. And I think they made a movie out of it with Kathy Bates. I don't know why I think that. But when I looked online, there were like 5 or 6 books in the series, or 3 or 4, I don't know how many, but there was a lot. It's so still outside tonight. It feels very warm. It's now at 73, it says, but it's like warm outside. What I should get at Kroger. Just get a bunch of different little things. Are dry. I just put contact solution in them, but they're like really dry tonight. I don't know why. I don't know much, but I know I love you. I was taking a selfie of myself when I was out there today, and the photographer, like, he goes, he like turned to take a picture of me and he goes, no, keep on doing what you were doing, take a selfie. And I go, okay. And so like I was taking a selfie and he took a picture of me and then he showed it to me and it was like this really cool picture of like me taking a selfie. And I was like, oh, this would be great for like my Instagram or something, like, you know, as my profile picture or something. It was a cute picture. I was like, I don't often look at pictures of myself and think like that's a cute picture, you know? Very rarely do I ever think that. I think I used to back in the day. But like how I feel, you know, like right now, if you asked me to like draw, if I could draw, you know, to draw a picture of how I like feel, like I feel thinner. Like this is how, like, you know how like with a lot of people, like their body dysmorphia is like they feel like they look a lot heavier than they are. Like I feel like I am thinner. Like when I think of myself right now, I always think of myself as like my jawline like kind of tight and like I don't like feel like I'm as heavy as I am. And then I see pictures of myself and I'm like, God, I'm like a lot heavier than I think I am. Especially I realize it when I go to try on clothes in stores, which is really, really frustrating for me. A, because it's just like nothing ever fits that I want it to. B, because nothing fits the way that I want it to. So like if my husband went in there and tried on a shirt, like he could at least find a shirt that would look cute. You know, like if it was like a polo shirt, like, you know, just like a, you know, I'm talking about like a pullover polo shirt, like he could at least find some size that looked on him. Like for me, like it either is like too big and way baggy, or it's too tight and like squeezes my gut. It's like none of it looks cute. And it's just real frustrating. And three, so that's two. And three is that it's just uncomfortable. Like to go in and out of the dressing room, I'm hot, I'm like sweating, I'm like trying on this, it's just like, I don't like it, you know? I think that's part of why, like I used to really enjoy like going to like different stores and like buying little like unique pieces and stuff, but I don't ever really wear that stuff anyway anymore. So I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to, because it's just not a fun experience for me, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I was thinking I could go to Fresh Time over here, because I'm like trying to figure out like what chips to get that Nina could have that are vegan chip. I'm sure they'll say, but like Fresh Time might have more options, but like I feel like Fresh Time has less options overall of different kinds of stuff. I'm thinking I'm getting a little small vegetable tray, a big thing of hummus, some bread and chips, and maybe some like salsa and guacamole. I don't know, we'll see. Do you know what sounds so good? Is one of those 7-layer dips. I don't know that anybody would eat that though besides me. Foot is hurting in these sandals. I don't know why. These are like my most comfortable like Birkenstock plastic sandals. I want to get my closet all organized for fall and winter so it's like ready, you know? And then just leave out like 2 pairs of shorts, like 2 pairs of sweat shorts and like my jean shorts, and like that's just what I'll have like in case we have like a really like for the next couple like warm days, and then I'll just throw that stuff in the wash every couple days, and then when it's ready for fall, because I think it's going to get cool actually early this year. It's so pretty over here, look at that. You guys are getting to see the scenery of Indiana today. All right, well, I'm coming close. Look at this in here. It's so pretty, this like gated community in here. I love this. This is Grassy Branch at Bridgewater is what it's called. When I was, and here's Bridgewater over here. This is where my mom wanted to live. When I was growing up, this was all cornfields, you guys. And we would drive out here and like scare ourselves and drive around on the country roads. And now it's like all like $1 million homes. They have condos in Bridgewater. That's why my mom wanted to move in there, because they have these really cool condos. That probably would have been just a little bit more than what she paid when she got hers, but there's like an amazing like pool and tennis courts, and it's like all on a golf course, and the condos are on the golf course too. And she was like, I think she looked at them when they first got built, but I think they were a little bit out of her price range. I'd love to live in there. It's really pretty. It's very, like, this area is very, like, Stepford, kind of, you know, like, every neighborhood is a gated community, and it's just all of that, you know? It's funny to me, like, when I read those Becky Albertalli books, like, like the Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, like, this was kind of the area that he grew up. It's very kind of like Creekwood, which is surprising to me that she writes Creekwood to be very up, you know, upper middle class suburbia. Love Victor was not like that though. Like, that was a different side of Creekwood. I just saw something on Netflix last night that I want to watch, and now I don't remember what it was. It's like the number one trending thing this weekend. It was like some space show. Maybe it was like number 2 or 3. I don't remember. It's always surprising to me what's like trending on Netflix. It was like this one was like with Hilary Swank, and it's like a series where they go to Mars for 3 years. Did you guys see this? I don't know what I have no idea what it's called. But some of these houses in here are like massive. Just for being like neighborhoods just off like the side of the street, you know. We have like 2 friends that live in this neighborhood over here. It's really pretty. I know they live there, but I don't think I've ever been to their house. Is that where they live? Or is it this one up here? Let's see if these houses are what they start at. It doesn't even say. I'd probably guess 4 or 5. For really, you don't even get like hardly any property or anything. And kind of sad. All right, well, I'm almost at Kroger. I'm getting ready to turn in here, so I'm gonna get off here, and then I'm gonna vlog a little bit when I'm on my way home or leaving, and then tell you guys how it was. Well, fun evening, and we'll talk to you then. Bye. Love ya. Okay, I'm back. It is 12:01 a.m. and I just left my in-laws' house. We had so much fun. I'm really tired. This feels like it's kind of been like a long day now. And I ate a lot of food. Alex's cousin Nina made this. It was a really amazing vegan meal. I don't even honestly know what it was, but it was white rice, and then it was like this like stuff that you put on top of it. It looked like mushrooms and maybe something, I don't know what was in it, but it was like this like, it wasn't like a sauce. It was almost kind of like a stew almost. And then she cut up like fresh avocado and put it on top there. It was so delicious. And then they did order pizza. So there was pizza and cheesy bread and breadsticks, and then I brought a bunch of stuff, which at Kroger, obviously, but we didn't open any of that. Well, I opened these pretzels, these drizzled pretzel flat things. I don't know, just because I wanted something sugary. And we kind of hung out for a while, and then like so it was like 9, God, we were there for a long time. Like 9:30, these two guys that used to live like with Carlos and Liliana in Venezuela, and they're friends of theirs. They've been here for like ever. I think I may have shown them like on one vlog actually. Well, it was one brother and it was like his friend, and they came over went to see Fufu and Nina, and then like Alex's mom, she stood in the kitchen for a long time, but then she went to bed. The kids went to bed. Everybody was asleep except for us, and then we played like 8 hands of Uno. They were getting like, oh my lord, it was so funny. They were like, everybody was like getting real heated about the rules of Uno and stuff, but we had so much fun. We played Uno for like, got over 2 hours. Well, just about 2 hours we played Uno for. I love that. I love playing games. I think games are so much fun. So it was like Alex and Fufu and I, and Nina and Liliana and Carlos, and then these 2 guys. We played Uno. It was so much fun. I think right now, after washing my car and then vacuuming my car out and everything, like I think right now my car is the cleanest my car has ever been since I bought it. Which, I keep my car pretty clean, so that's like saying a lot. Anyway, today was a fun family day. It was really good. I really needed just to like, you know, have just like a whole family day. It was really nice. It's 64, it's dropped about 10 degrees. Still doesn't feel super cold outside though. You guys, I am so into this Chris Watts book. I really didn't think that I would be, but like I've been listening to bits and pieces, you know, like as I've been like driving around today, like when I'm not vlogging, I've been listening to it. And like I'm very intrigued by it. I'm actually right now, 3 hours and 22 minutes into it. So I have 4 hours and 47 minutes left, which means at 2 times speed, I have 2 hours, about 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2.5 hours, about 2 hours and 25 minutes, something like that, to listen to it. It's really interesting. I don't know anything about this case, but there's so many different aspects to it. They get very involved in this like multi-level, you know, what's it called, those MLMs? I don't know what the M stands, multi-level marketing, whatever. People call them pyramid schemes, you know. I don't know if this one is or not, but it's called Thrive. They even talk about how like Chris tries to sell it to his one friend at work, and the guy won't do it because he said it's a pyramid scheme, and he's like, yeah, his response to it is like, well, my wife's like at the top, and she even just got a new, like, she just like earned a new car or won a new car or something. But this stuff is called Thrive, and there's like these patches that you put on, and like they lose like all this weight, and they're like full of energy all the time, and then like he doubles up his doses and stuff. I'm almost kind of wondering, like, you have to remember, I don't know anything about this case. Like I haven't really read any of the articles in the paper or anything like that, even though it just happened 2 years ago. I have a feeling they're kind of gonna like maybe blame some of it on this like Thrive stuff, because like it's a huge part of the book, but she's very involved in it too. But like it's interesting because they paint her out to be like very consumed with social media, which I don't know if that's the case or not, and that she's constantly posting on Facebook, and like literally everything that happens she talks about, like every argument that she has with her in-laws. It's always so interesting to me, like, you know, I have a lot of friends of mine that like maybe like they've gotten into it with like, you know, their mother-in-law or sister-in-law or something like that, but like by and large, like Tanya gets along with her in-laws so well, you know, like the majority of the people that I know like really have good relationships with their in-laws. And like, so it's interesting to read a book like this, and like I get along with my in-laws so well, you know, that like to read a book like this, where we're listening to a book like this, if I don't say that, then there's that one person that's like, you're not reading it, you're listening to it. Well, in BookTube we consider it all the same, but like not getting along with the in-laws to the point of like blocking them on social media and like saying like they'll never be in my children's life, over expressing concerns about stuff. Now, there is this one situation that happens in the book to do with, like, one of her daughters is allergic. I think both of her daughters are allergic to, like, certain kinds of nuts. And, like, she blames her mother-in-law on trying to, like, not being conscious. It's just, like, this whole thing that goes down. And then she, like, she talks about it on Facebook. Like, I just can't even imagine, you know, like, even if I did get into an argument with, like, my mother-in-law, I can't imagine, like, posting that on Facebook. Like, I don't know. Like, I just, like, do people do that? Like, I feel like back in the day, I used to see, like, meltdowns on Facebook a lot, you know, like, especially when somebody would go through, like, a breakup. And then we knew this girl this one time. I didn't know her real well, but we knew her from, like, going out and stuff like that. And I think her boyfriend, it was, like, this horrible situation with their breakup. But anyway, she posted the most, I mean, Alex and I can remember we were, like, laying in bed one night. It was, like, some random, like, Tuesday or Wednesday night. Do you guys remember this? Like, when people did more of this kind of stuff on Facebook? It was, like, some random, like, Tuesday or Wednesday night. And, like, they must have broken up. And she started saying, like, all this horrific stuff on Facebook about him. Like, I don't even really want to say. I mean, it was really bad. And it just continued for, like, hours and hours. I was like, please, somebody take her phone away from her. Like, she's going to regret this, you know, tomorrow. And I think, like, the next day I went and looked, and, like, she was, like, she had completely, like, taken down her Facebook and everything. My Lord. The kids were so good. Like, they went right upstairs and went to bed. They came and, like, said goodnight to everybody, and they went upstairs and put their pajamas on and got right into bed. I, like, fought that when I was a little kid. Like, I didn't fight it, like, every night, like, going to bed. But, like, if my mom had, like, people over, like, oh my God, I wanted to stay up so late. I wanted to, like, and I can remember, like, they would sit down in, like, the library, and they would, like, you know, drink and have music playing and stuff. And I can remember laying at the top of the stairs in my pajamas. I can even remember, like, bringing a pillow and laying at the top of the stairs. I was telling them tonight, I don't know why, it just made me think this, but I was saying that, like, it really reminded me of Christmas tonight, because, like, you know, Christmas is, like, when Alex and, well, we still do this kind of stuff, but, you know, people are, like, Nina's in San Francisco, and Maya's in, you know, Las Vegas, and Fufu's in San Diego, and Fufu, it was funny tonight, because, like, today when I saw him, he was like, oh, by the way, he was like, I have, like, all these people that I work with that wanted me to tell you that they watched their videos. They watch your videos and they love you. And I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. And he's like, no, like, several people said something to me. I don't think you really get it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. He told me their names and I don't remember. It was like, it was quite a few. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. So, anyway, he's so funny. But yeah, I was saying that it felt like Christmas tonight, like sitting around playing games, because we used to do so much of that, you know? Like, when we, like, I mean, you know, like Carlos and Liliana, before they moved here, I can remember, like, they came to visit when Carlitos was almost a year old, and they were here for, like, 2 months. They came from, like, November, like in the middle of November to, like, the middle of January. And I can remember that first night we went over there, like, they got in, like, Alex, I think, met him at the airport, and, like, I went over there later. I think it was, like, a Tuesday night or something. I had a meeting, and Carlitos, they were, like, upstairs, and they, like, put him in his little pajamas, and he was, like, walking in the, like, in the carpeted, like, upstairs area, like, back and forth. And I can remember we went Black Friday shopping to Edinburgh Outlet Mall that winter, and it was like Alex and I and Carlos and Liliana, and we had so much fun, and it snowed. I remember Alex and I had on like, was that the same year? No, I think we went with Tanya, and then they met us there, and Alex and I had on like sweat shorts and Ugg boots. We looked so funny shopping, and but you know, like, it was so much fun because like they were here, and then, you know, Maya was in town, and you know, Fufu was in college at that time, and so he was home, and you know, Nina would come and stay for a couple weeks at Christmas time, and it just was different, you know. It was like, anytime that we would go over there, it was like just, you know, we would just go over there any time of the day, like, you know, for 2 weeks straight, and it was like, people at any given time were like, somebody was sleeping on the couch or watching a movie, somebody was playing video games, 3 or 4 people were talking in the kitchen, you know. It's just come inside, bring food, have whatever kind of food you wanted. There's always something, a pot of coffee was made, you know. People were drinking and dancing. It was just fun so much, you know. But like the family's gotten kind of smaller. I mean, it hasn't gotten smaller, but like everybody's kind of all over the place. And so like, you know, Fufu and Jessie are coming home now because Fufu was able to get this time off, and so is she. But they probably won't come back at Christmas time because it's so expensive, you know, to come back over the holidays. Nina usually, she comes back for the holidays sometimes, but she'll come for like 2 or 3 days. So I don't know. It's just, it was really fun tonight. It was really nice. I just feel so like I lucked into the greatest family, you know? Anyway, I think I'm going to get off here now and end it on a really, oh, my battery's about to die anyway. I'm going to end it on a real positive note. And I had a great day today. It was a fantastic day. I'm going to go listen to my audiobook now. And then I'm going to listen to it for like a half an hour or so, and then I'm going to go home. And tomorrow I'm going to work real hard cleaning up the house and my closet and making videos and stuff. And anyway, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this vlog video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel, or if you're already subscribed, thank you. And I'm going to do the shortest outro ever right now and say, like my friend Stephanie suggested, that I love you guys. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and every single night. You tell yourself, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation, like you are valuable. And I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!